Hello, everyone. Welcome this evening to AHP Profits every Thursday evening, every week webinar. I'd like to introduce to you in a moment. I hope I don't get muted and overstep my bounds here. I just wanted to let everyone know thank you for being here first. If you're new and this is your first time, you're going to be in store for an awesome webinar. Charles Scoville, once again, if you're new, if you're not, you've heard this, grew up in Denver, now lives in Utah, is a very transparent owner of this business. Some people have been in many programs online like myself. When things aren't exactly perfect, the owner kind of disappears. You don't see him in the Skype rooms no more. You don't see him commenting no more. You don't see them making comments on Facebook no more. They delete their Facebook accounts all over Facebook. You don't see them doing webinars no more. They disappear. Well, I just want to inform you tonight, Charles Scoville continues to do the webinars, continues to be transparent, brings us through all the good times and bad times, and will never go anywhere. He's phenomenal. And that is the sole reason that this business is going to continue for a long time. So at this time, I'd like to present Mr. Scoville, my honor.
Muted.
Wow, thank you so very much, Ernie, for such a great introduction this evening. Wow, who could ask for a better introduction than that? Thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your evenings, out of your mornings, out of the middle of the night to be here, depending upon where you are in the world. Definitely, Ernie said it right. I am not going anywhere. AHP Profits is a phenomenal opportunity. And for many people who have been here since the very beginning, you remember hearing my words that no matter what, I'm not going to go anywhere. AHP Profits is going to be online for years to come. And you're seeing me stand true to my words as we had system glitches. I worked through those very fast, very efficiently, always made sure to get things back on track. And whenever there was any kind of problem in any way, I was always standing by, making sure that everything was always working. Now, the hardest thing, really, is, I mean, the system issues are easy to work through. It's the psychological issues that can really play a downturn with AHP Profits. Now, if you're just joining AHP Profits, you might not even know what I'm talking about. But our members, they were quite familiar with quite a lot of earnings daily from the revenue share, and the revenue share is still sharing. It's just that revenues are dropped, and it's mainly because of basically a smear campaign that actually came from a number of different people who consider themselves leaders in forums and groups all over the net. And these leaders were simply trying to get people out of AHP Profits and follow them into something else. Or maybe they were unhappy because I had been so busy. And I know that there was one particular leader, I'm not going to name them by name because there's no way that I can give any kind of proof whether they're related with this smear campaign or not. But they were trying to contact me directly. And they were really trying to put some pressure on me to get in contact with them. And because I am so busy now, I don't think that a lot of people fully recognize, really, truly, how much work goes on behind the scenes on all of your behalf to ensure that the services are being delivered correctly, that the system is working correctly, and that everything is running smoothly on the website, especially with such high amounts of traffic. And then, of course, there are support tickets that need to be escalated to me. There's lots of work that's going on behind the scenes between me, the processors, between my members, between me and my support staff, and just a lot of things that are being handled and managed so effectively. Now, if I spent time speaking with so many people, I simply just wouldn't have time to keep my eye on the things that I need to keep my eye on with the business. So I told this particular leader that I'm very sorry that I can't speak with them, and they took offense and they made some threats against my support staff, and I think they took that to the forums, and because of that kind of energy that they had to bring down ad-hit profits, they started a storm of false rumors saying that we were a Ponzi about to crash, and to hurry and get your money out of ad-hit profits and to pull it into something else that they, of course, were recommending. And a number of those types of things happen, as well as copycats saying you might as well come over here because ad-hit profits isn't delivering what they're saying anymore. Now, of course, we are delivering exactly everything that we've said. Everything that we have said is being delivered perfectly fine. Now, let me show you something. Now, Ernie mentioned that there's been a number of companies online that people have been involved with that people have lost a lot of money in, unfortunately, and seen a lot of companies come and go, and they go with your money, with your hard-earned money. And they also make some promises that they just simply can't keep. Now, the great thing about ad-hit profits is every single promise that we make on the website is something that is absolutely attainable. And we never give any kind of time frame anywhere on the site of how long it'll take to reach the $56.25, only that as you continue to click your ads every single day, you will continue to receive a split in the revenues, no matter what they are, directly to your balance. Whatever the revenues are for the last 30 minutes, you're going to get them to your account. Now, let me show you something. Because a lot of people have been really aching for a real business that they can really finally sink their teeth in. A real business that's registered, that has a transparent owner, that has good customer service, that has real revenue so that when they have their earnings on their account that they can really withdraw. And that's what the great thing about ad-hit profits is, you've got all those things. But what a lot of people don't realize is what a real business really goes through. Here's a real business, Apple. Real business. I don't particularly like Apple myself, but I do have an iPad. I like iPads, so I guess I do like Apple. But I use a PC myself. But let me just show you. This is a real business just throughout the day. As you can see within the day, there's ups and downs. Now this looks like a pretty decent day because it kind of goes from bottom and then goes up. Now what I want to show you is how that works over a 5-day period. See how over a 5-day period there's some downs and then backs ups? Well, what happened is that we had some goings down, and those enemies against ad-hit profits took full hardness of that to try to use that pattern as being proof that ad-hit profits is about to crash. Now, of course, this has been a couple of weeks ago now, and we're not going anywhere. Ad-hit profits continues to pay instantly. Imagine that. Imagine that. Wow, instant payouts to our members. I love that. I love that, and I know our members do. I know our affiliates love being able to make that request to their payments and having that instantly in their account. And there's no payout maximums. Wow. I mean, how many opportunities have that kind of no payment maximum? You know, there's some opportunities that say you got to wait until the end of next month or the end of 2 months from now to get this month's commissions. You're actually getting them today, once when you request them. And if there's any error in your payout, it's simply because you haven't entered in the right payment ID. And those are quickly resolved, very quickly. Now let me show you. So that's 5-day. What about 1 month? Look at these few days dropping down here with Apple. Now you can see that this can maybe cause a little bit more concern if you are a revenue shareholder. Now think about this from a revenue share point of view. If everybody that's involved in Apple was directly affected, it could cause some fear and doubt right here, don't you think? Now let me show you just another thing here. Is there's just regular ups and downs for a 6-month pattern. But let me show you 1 year. What about 5 years? You see these ups and then downs. Now, if you were involved with Apple during this time, it would probably seem like, wow, every day is great. But you know what? There's days where it wasn't so great, where days were a little bit lower than the day before, or maybe months where it was lower, just like what I was showing you here, is that when you go from a 5-day, you see that some parts of the week, it goes down. One day, even there's hours that are a little bit higher or lower than the others. 1 month, there's portions of the month where it goes down. So people here at AdHit Profits have a real business. This is real business, real economy is going on right here on AdHit Profits. Absolutely. It's just that a lot of people just aren't educated in the facts of life when it comes to what real business is, what happens with a real business, where there can be some ups and then a downward motion, or that they can have continual ups. Now, that's not something that's typical with continual ups throughout a 5-year period. Now, of course, like I said, on a day-to-day, there's definitely some times where it went down. So if you look and zoomed in down here, even though overall it goes up, there's some maybe days or weeks probably in there that things stoop down for quite some time. So there's some people that are involved in AdHit Profits that they're ready to call it quits. And I can't blame you. The reason I can't blame you is because within this industry, there's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of programs, there's not a lot of opportunities that stick around. Because after about 3 months, or even 2 months, or even a couple of weeks, those opportunities are gone. They're here today, gone tomorrow. Now I stand before you every single day, and I have my daily webinars where I state the benefits of AdHit Profits and state how great things are with our services, and they really are, and I'm about to get into that here in just a minute. But truly, AdHit Profits is something that is going to be online for years and years to come. So as you experience some ups and downs, these are growing pains in a business that's so young. It's young. I mean, if we were to go all the way out to the very max, I mean, Apple, you can see that way back here, back in '98, it had some ups and then back down over here and then back ups. So I want you to recognize that when it comes to AdHit Profits not going anywhere, we are delivering some really great service. Now let me just show you just how great. AdHits has been tracking how many visitors we're getting to our website, how many unique daily page views. Now, AdHits is tracking AdHit Profits as being one of the best buys in the industry. One of the best buys. Now, how many of your referrals know that? How many of your referrals knows that AdHit Profits is ranked one of the top in the industry as far as when it comes to the website that you want to advertise on? Now imagine that. If we were spreading more of how much quality we have in our advertising, especially among an industry where everyone is trying to get referrals. I mean, think about that for just a minute. Everyone who's getting involved in an income opportunity starts to recognize that they're going to make a lot more money no matter what it is that they're in if they got some more referrals. So, I mean, we're actually tracked among the top buys on the internet when it comes to advertising and getting referrals to whatever business that you're involved. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Google sells billions of dollars worth of pay-per-click advertising. Now, if you haven't yet tried out Google advertising, I recommend you do so. Try to promote any kind of income opportunity using their pay-per-click, using Facebook, for example. Here's Facebook. If you go onto Facebook and you type in whatever your income opportunity is.com, and you put your headline, and you put everything together, and you're paying for your advertisers, and you're paying 33 cents to 80 cents, or up to, I don't know, however many cents per click, 42 to $4.51. You just track that for just a minute, and you tell me how many referrals you get to your opportunity, because I've tried these things myself. I've tried Google, and I have not gotten any sign-ups, and I've paid hundreds of dollars using Google advertising. Now imagine if we got the people that are using Google advertising to build their income opportunities that are actually not having any real success there, but they keep trying over and over and over. Just imagine for just a minute if we could have billions of dollars worth of revenues coming into AdHit Profits. While everyone's talking about how slow things are going and driving people away, you guys could be talking about how effective our advertising services are and bringing people in. Now, if we could actually work together as an entire company talking about the great things about AdHit Profits, you'd be amazed literally amazed at how things would pick up when it comes to the revenue sharing aspect. Because imagine if we had all of the people that were advertising on Google and Facebook, the billions of dollars that are generated from pay-per-click advertising. Billions of dollars shared among what, 34,000 members? 35,000 members? I'm just saying that we could really see some real great things. I mean, we are really young as a company. 3 months old is very young. It absolutely is very young. And I'm not going anywhere. So, I mean, really what it comes down to is how to get this information that we're superior out to the industry. I want to share with you a testimonial. Now, I don't know if you guys know Dell in Kansas, but he is one who I have gotten to know in the industry, who I have actually become I have a lot of high respect for this man. He is a man who is no nonsense. He does not fool around. In fact, when he was hearing all of these claims about ad-hit profits, he said, you know what, I'm going to test this out for myself. And you know what, his intent, as he said, was that, let me pull this up here and see if I can find, is that he was going to debunk the traffic quality. He was actually going to prove us wrong. He was going to actually spread the truth about ad-hit profits and actually share with people, I would imagine, maybe how terrible our services are. But you know what? He says it shocked him. It shocked him that when he set up an advertisement just on the revenue share purchase that he said, just the revenue share purchase. Oh, here's where he says that, the rev share purchase. He actually was getting a sale through his lead capture page. And he was blown away, astonished, shocked. Are these the things that people are sharing out in the forums about our services? Are these things that our members are talking about with their referrals? Are these the things that people are out there talking about? We could be talking about a whole lot better things than about how slow things are going with the revenue shares, because, again, what's that going to do? It's only going to bring about more slowness. Because how many people are going to say, oh yeah, I want to buy advertising service on that site? No. You guys, we need to be talking about the results. We need to be talking about the growth that people are getting, the commissions that people are actually really generating, leads that people are capturing, the kind of money that people are making through their other opportunities that they're actually out advertising on our website. These are the things that are going to help speed things up. Going around and complaining, that's not going to do anybody any good. So let's try to stop that and start talking about the great things about ad-hit profits, because this person, they were able to discover for themselves, and I was like, you know what, I'm really glad that you tested it. I am really grateful for people who actually test the ad services, because they actually are saying to me, wow, this is better than anything I've ever tried or tested before. I've now tracked it, and just like what he's saying is he is now adding this to his list of advertising resources for his team, saying, you know what, this is the second best, he says, second best performing source of opt-ins that he tested this week among a lot of different traffic exchanges. And I said, you know what, imagine if you used our pay-per-click advertising, because you know what, going through the revenue share just itself, that's compulsory. People are actually needing to click on these ads every day to qualify for revenue sharing. Now just imagine the people that are clicking on the pay-per-click advertisements. Those are people who are only clicking on those banners because they want to click on those banners. So these are just some things that I really wanted to bring up, because we could be spreading a lot better news to the industry than we currently are. For example, our traffic rating right now, this is showing what is live right now. It's showing as of yesterday, we had 882 as our traffic rank on ad-hit profits. Wow, right? You know, there's a lot of sites that don't get up that high, and comparing this even with Payza, Solid Trust Pay, Ego Pay, PerfectMoney.com, imagine for just a minute that you are placing your banner on Payza.com. Imagine for just a minute the kind of results that you could probably expect to see from a banner on Payza, because everyone who's using Payza is probably involved in an income opportunity or believes in multi-level marketing. Now, AdHit Profits, everyone who's a member of AdHit Profits, everyone who's visiting AdHit Profits is coming through some kind of traffic resource that's targeted for income opportunities. Does that mean that you can't advertise anything else? You can try it, but the only reason why I say probably just use the income opportunities targeting is because most of the people that are on our website are in that mindset. Now, if you were trying to sell jeans and you've got a jean eBay store, it might work. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying that for targeted advertising's sake, you're probably going to want to target the advertising on AdHit Profits more geared towards an income opportunity or getting referrals to another income opportunity or something that's going to help them make more money, or maybe an advertising resource like maybe a safe list, a traffic exchange you're trying to get referrals for, something that is going to be more related with this kind of an industry just because of the targeting of the traffic that's actually coming to the website. It's mainly geared for that. Now, if we were to focus just on the income that people are making through the sharing, we're still blowing things away beyond what people might fully understand, especially when it comes to real-world investment opportunities. I'm not talking about these online Ponzi schemes that people are familiar with, like the hypes, and people that invest large amounts of money and they expect to get like 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 or 20% daily. At AdHit Profits, we were delivering a pretty decent amount of return every single day, and that's because of the amount of purchases that were coming through before the smear campaign. And not just the purchases, but the repurchases. Okay? So that's something that's very important to understand. But imagine if this was a real-world kind of business, which it really is, and that's something that a lot of people really need to get their heads around, is if we were an investment opportunity, we're not. Okay, that's something to be very clear about. We are not an investment opportunity. But imagine for a minute that we were. What kind of rates are generally out there for an investment? Now, if you were looking at, for example, a CD. The CD shows that it's a 5-year CD. It's at 1.26%. 1.26% after 5 years. So if somebody is making 0.1%, let me just show you on the calculator here. We are paying 125% on each of the purchases that are made through the directory listing. Now, if we were to divide that by 0.1%, that would take you 1,250 days. Now, let's divide that by 365 days in a year. That's about 3.5 years to reach 100 times more than what a CD would bring you. Okay. My bank, Chase Savings, their annual percentage yield is 0.01%. 0.01%. Now again, AdHit Profits does not award interest. This is not an investment. But I mean, I'm just trying to illustrate for you that anyone out there who's complaining about how slow it is when it comes to real-world investments. I was even speaking with one of my support staff that there's a television show that he watches called American Greed, and that show warns people against bad schemes out there, like Ponzi's and things like that. And one of the things that he was sharing with me has been related as a warning is anything that offers greater than a 10% yield in a year, be very careful of. So, I mean, there's a lot of things out there that, sure, they offer greater earnings, but how long are they going to last? Now, AdHit Profits, the main reason why we had such high daily earnings is, again, because of the high daily amounts of purchases. So we are not a Ponzi. The real earnings were coming through because there were real purchases. So now all we need to do, if we want to really increase the amount of people's earnings through the revenue share aspect, is to raise the purchases, is to help sell the services, help bring about an increased awareness within the industry of what it is that we truly are delivering. We're one of the best buys on the internet by far. And if I was an advertiser, which I am, I would use our services. In fact, I have. and I was blown away by the results. I really was. Just to tell you real quickly, I joined a multi-level marketing company about a year ago, and I promoted so hard, and I only gained like 19 referrals for it. And these were paid referrals. I wasn't counting the free ones, but the paid ones, 19 were sponsored by myself, and a few others were sponsored by some team members. I was working with them, trying to encourage them, trying to inspire them. It was really hard work. And I was making $1 each referral, and it was hardly worth the effort. So after a few months, I decided, you know what, I'm going to switch gears and market something else, because this is just really, really hard, and the earnings are not really paying me for the hard effort that I was putting into it. So I slowed down and stopped, but then I thought, you know what, I'm going to test out AdHit Profits advertising services with just a banner for this income opportunity. Because I was still a member. I loved the products and the services. So I went ahead and put up an EPX Body banner on the website, and you know what? I was getting phone calls out of the blue, and I felt like, wow, who's got my number? How did they get my number? And I found out they got my number because through my autoresponder service with EPX Body, they have given my referrals my phone number. And I was blown away, shocked. And it was really neat to have those people call me and talk about things. And I actually had an email from EPX Body saying, you've got a new distributor. And it was like, oh my gosh, just from an ad on AdHit Profits, I didn't even put any effort into it. I just threw it up there just to test out the services. And lo and behold, now I'm getting a new distributor to my team, a team that I stopped building about a year ago. You know, so it was really just, it blew me away. So, I mean, there's real services going on here with AdHit Profits, real business. And just like what Ernie was saying, is I'm fully transparent. This is a picture of me and my son on the website. This is a true and real photo of me and my son. My Facebook, it's absolutely there, and it's really got me. It's not been just specially created for this particular opportunity. It's the same one that I started years ago. My families they're all my friends on there and everything, you know. But I mean, I'm just saying that I'm fully transparent. I've talked about everything that's going on with this business. Now, let me just show you here real quickly, and this is something that I really believe is important, because the major smear campaigns against AdHit Profits are originating in this particular forum, Moneymaker Group. And is it any wonder why? Think about that for a minute. Where does Moneymaker Group get their revenues? If we're exceeding them in quality and we're getting more traffic to AdHit Profits than Moneymaker Group gets to their website, then maybe even Moneymaker Group themselves stands to benefit from the failing of AdHit Profits. Now, one of the things that I wanted to also stress is my gratitude to you and all of the AdHit members, because you know what? Through all of the rumors, you guys have remained with us, and you have remained strong. And you know what's really, really cool? Is our Alexa ranking hasn't deviated, because the rumor started before July 1st. You can see that, sure, we went down, but it doesn't look like it went down anything other than just a normal dip. And it went back up. So thank you, everybody, for all of your continued support. And just like what I wanted to call attention to is when things were really, really great, is I actually said, we're only great because of you guys. It's only great because of you guys. And it's so true. There's 34,000 members, actually more than that, almost 35,000 members now. Such a large group. There's only one of me. At this point, since there's such large amounts of members within AdHit Profits, you guys can make or break AdHit Profits. If everybody as a team, as a business, as a whole, as a body, works together and says, you know what, we're not going to let these false rumors destroy our business. We're not going to allow these people seeking to destroy us to simply lead us into something else, destroy what we've got going on here. We're going to stand up. We're going to act together. We're going to continue to build. We're going to spread the good things about AdHit Profits, And through time, you're going to see that it really is going to turn out to be a really great thing, because it already is. As I've already kind of illustrated here, is that we are actually ranked one of the best buys on the internet when it comes to internet advertising. And even people that were looking to debunk our advertising services discovered that our services are of real quality. So if you're involved in the income opportunity niche, this community, this industry, then I challenge you to do what Dell did and test out the services. Try them out for yourself and find out. Try them. Compare them with other services out there. Make your own call. And if you see that there's any results that even resemble anything that's out there in the real world, focus on that and say, you know what? Wow, this is something that actually compares with this in this way. I don't know if it's better or worse for you, but I know that there's a lot of advertisers that they're saying that they've tried other traffic exchanges and they got 0 signups. And they decided to try AdHit Profits, and they were getting signups. And these are real people, real results, real testimonials. And if you're not getting results on AdHit Profits, then please review what it is that you're promoting. Take a look at your website and see what it is that could be tweaked, engineered a little bit better, help people recognize what is in it for you, the visitors on the website to come and join you in whatever opportunity it is that you're promoting. If you're trying to build your list, how are you building value for these people to get involved with you as a team? If you can show real value, then you'll actually increase your results. What I want to do now is open up the questions. I'm going to be taking about 10 minutes and answer questions, and then we'll close it, and then I'll turn the time back over to you, Ernie. So get ready for that. All right. So the first question is, if I buy 20 packs, do I click 10 ads for each pack, or 10 ads on each, or only? Yes, Raphael, basically what you'll want to do is, yes, just only click 10 ads. You only need to click 10 ads, no matter how many ad packs you purchase. The next question is, when setting up a pay-per-click campaign, do more members get more signups from geo-targeted or all countries? Carol, I don't really have an answer for you on that, because I have not really heard one way or another on that myself. You could always test it out. What I would probably recommend is using a service like Bitly. That will also help you track the click-throughs that you get and the countries that you're getting those clicks from, and that can help you determine whether you need to do a geo-targeting or not. I believe in a lot of ways that unless whatever it is that you're offering needs to be geo-targeted, that's probably best just to stick with the regular worldwide targeting. That'll save you money, as well as if it's something that is available worldwide, the only people that are clicking on it are people who are interested. So if you start to notice that a number of clicks are coming from certain countries that don't really generate any kind of results, and you're just kind of wasting some money on those clicks, then you could always do the country targeted on the countries that you're seeing the signups and the opt-ins and the commissions coming from. But I have found that through AdHit Profits that people are interested in making money all over the world. I mean, we're all humans, part of the same human race. I think that every single person in every single country wants to increase the amount of money that they're making. So if you're promoting something that's going to help somebody, no matter what country they're in, as long as it's something that's available in their country, then I would definitely target it to them as well. The next question is, will the 125% profit share always remain with AdHit Profits as long as the business is running, or will this fade out and just become an advertising and sponsoring opportunity? Greg, definitely when it comes to this, I wanted to create exactly how it is. And so I remember at the very beginning this was a question of whether we would change pricing on the revenue shares or change the percentages, and I still remain resolute that the share pricing will remain exactly the same, and the amount that you can receive back through clicking those 10 ads every single day will remain exactly the same. So I hope that answers your question. We're not going to make any changes with the pricing nor with the amount that you can earn back by simply clicking those 10 ads every day. The next question is, do you think the revenue shares will eventually pick up? Neville, absolutely. I think that once when people start to recognize the actual true service that we're offering and providing here on AHP Profits, that the secret of our service is not going to remain a secret for much longer. I mean, we are very new within the industry. A lot of people, it does take some time for people to fully wake up and see what's really here. So the fact that we already have over 34,000 members is surprising to me. But I also know that out of all of the 34,000 members that we have, very few of them have tested out our advertising services. They know that's where they're getting their shares from, the revenues from, but very few of them have actually tested it out for themselves. So our services definitely are among the few secrets right now within the industry. Some of our advertisers have chosen to keep it to themselves and not actually told anybody else that they're getting such high results through our advertising services. But sorry to our advertisers, I am letting the cat out of the bag. I'm letting more and more people know about those services because we have such large numbers of people who want to share in those revenues. And just like I said before, when it comes to pay-per-click advertising, Google and Facebook, some of the biggest websites on the internet make their money through that. And you can see that they make billions of dollars through just pay-per-click advertising alone. So I really believe that what people are able to receive through the revenue sharing can certainly pick up, especially the more advertisers that we have that recognize fully what we really have available to them. The next question is, notice my directory listing is going down on number of views. Do not match main page view by your daily earnings. It looks like Dave has just left before I could answer the question, but I wanted to at least answer the question. Is what you're seeing on your main dashboard is the amount of visitors that you are getting to your own website. Now, there are some cases where the directory listing has been suspended or maybe changed. Maybe somebody is now offering or now advertising something different. So if you make a change, then the counter might reset with a new change, or if you've had your advertisement removed, then the counter is going to show you how many clicks you've received, but it might not reflect what is actually received on the actual website yourself. So maybe that's what was going on with Dave. If you were still here, Dave, I would have told you to submit a support ticket if you really wanted to get a clear understanding of what exactly has happened, so I could review and give you a direct answer specifically to your account. That's very rare, doesn't happen to most people. The next question is, a person in my downline who paid for a share but her funds never were received, who can she contact for support? There's a contact link within the members area. Definitely submit a ticket. It says here in the question that 2 tickets were submitted already. As long as they're including information to help us find that purchase, like a transaction number, generally those purchases are going to be applied automatically. Now, there are some people who are not using the checkout process, and they're submitting, they're just sending funds directly to MyPayza or to the company Solid Trust Pay account or Easy Bonds. It's important to remember that you'll really need to use the checkout process if you want those purchases to go through. I don't know, Neville, if that was the case with this particular situation, if maybe they just simply sent funds directly. But if they use the checkout process, then with that tracking number or with their reference number, the purchase can be found and made sure it would be applied. And if it was like a partial payment or something, then we can certainly go ahead and just do a refund so that they can receive those funds back and try it again. All right, so the next question is, when do you think AHP Profits is going to pick up? It's really in your guys' hands, in my opinion. I mean, I'm one person. I am really out there making a lot of contacts with a lot of leaders, explaining to them the true benefits of using our services. Some of them are trying the service and saying, wow. Some of them are a little hesitant to try, just like anyone else. So, I mean, it does take some time for people to really see what it is that we have. Once we get a lot more people using our services for how they're intended, then we'll have a lot more revenues to share with you and everyone else. The next question is, the chart is obscured by a menu bar. I'm not sure what chart that is. The next question is, so the fact that I have been making about 5 cents per day for the last week or more, Nicole, what I would definitely recommend is go to our YouTube channel, and that is youtube.com/user/ad-hit-profits. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see that I've got a number of webinars there. One of those webinars was speaking directly about what is causing the slowdown, as well as there's another recording that's actually there that speaks directly about it. And that explanation really is that we had a smear campaign, very similar, if you remember, that Solid Trust Pay had a smear campaign telling everyone, get your money out of Solid Trust Pay, it's going down, it's going down. And I mean, if you've been involved in this industry, you've probably had a number of people saying, hey, do you have a Solid Trust Pay account? Get your money out of it. They're about to go down. They're about to be shut down by the government. Now, of course, Solid Trust Pay is not going anywhere. But there's a lot of these rumors that were circulating. Now, of course, these same kind of rumors that were false about ad-hit-profits is that we were a Ponzi and that we weren't paying. And so, of course, everyone's like, oh, my gosh, really? I'm really surprised that so many people really believe that. Now, of course, there's also a number of people that were talking about how slow the earnings were, and this was back when we were paying people over 10% per day, so I don't know how those rumors got started, but there's a lot of these types of rumors out there that were started in these forums, and if you go to Moneymaker Group, you can see that these rumors have actually existed about ad-hit-profits ever since we first launched. People speculating about us crashing and failing within hours of launch. So that didn't happen. We're not going anywhere even now. So all of those rumors will eventually be proven false. And as everyone continues to get paid instantly, there's not going to be any kind of real concern. Eventually people are going to be like, wait a minute, all of those rumors are false. So hopefully, as time moves forward, that will come sooner than later, of course, I would definitely hope. But that can definitely be with all of you guys' help. Everyone who's on this call, everyone who's involved in ad-hit-profits, anyone who's listening to this recording, definitely get involved and spread the cheer. Talk about the great things about ad-hit-profits. I mean, we could turn this thing around. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, we are such a young company, small. I mean, only 35,000 people. I mean, that is small when it comes to a company, a business of customers. People have been involved in far larger things that had far worse problems, and things got better and better all the time. So, I mean, I just think that we've got a real chance to see some really great things. But regardless, you're gonna see some real great advertising service. So let's focus on that and make sure that you guys take full advantage of that service so that you can increase your income no matter what it is that you're involved in online. All right, so the next question is about the same thing. Let's go to the next question. Hi, Charles. I just want to say that your disclosure of both your identity and your personal involvement in this forum of discussion, since much to your credibility, I say this: when a person discloses even his child to the people he is involved with, that is commitment. Absolutely, Sam. Thank you. The next question is, I am getting leads daily from revenue shares. Thanks, Mohammed. The next question says, hey, Charles, I tested the advertising on ad-hit-profits. It was great. I bought 40 clicks, which cost $10, and I got 2 signups. Wow. This is about 3 to 5% rate. If I am right, ad-hit-profits is incredible. Thanks, Kurt. The next question is, thank you, Charles. You give me an idea to use ad-hit-profits traffic for ClickBank and JV Zoo. Hey, thanks, Tony. The next question says, why does pay seem uneven for each person? I have 2 friends, each have 3 units. Len, as far as when it comes to uneven, each share that you have on your account, let's say you bought 3 shares all at the same time on your own account. Those 3 shares are going to definitely all receive the same amount because it's on the same account being applied to the same rules. And what I mean by that is your account qualifies for shares based upon clicks. Now, certain friends, there's now a human element where maybe the clicking wasn't done in time. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they weren't qualified. And maybe they joined earlier or you later or something like that where their shares shares, maybe they've earned a little bit more because they came in during a time when we had an amount being dispersed to them differently than what you're experiencing now. So all of these different fluctuations have lots of different effects from one account to another. But generally it has something to do with the time of day that you purchased them and what kind of revenues were going on at that time of day, and whether you're qualified to receive those shares at any given time. But assuming that everything is correct and everyone is matched up completely the same, then you're going to see the exact same amounts. But from one account to another, there's going to be the human element, and so that creates some variance. One person's asking, can I ask any questions? Yes. It looks like we've got about 3 minutes over. I'm going to take about 3 more questions just to make sure I get through at least half of these. The next question is, one of my referrals says he cannot advertise on AHP Profits because he uses Google AdSense on it. Is there anything I can say to him? Lorraine, I would probably recommend that if Google AdSense is blocking him from using AHP Profits advertising services, and he's advertising something beyond just the Google AdSense page, then he might want to just take Google AdSense off of his website if he's looking to get some real conversions from whatever offer he is providing on his website. So that's just maybe something to recommend to him, is kind of go with one or the other. Either AHP Profits and benefit from the advertising services to get conversions from his offer, or to use Google AdSense and collect some money through the Google AdSense. I don't know how much he's making through Google AdSense, but I've tried that before, and if I remember, their cash out was like $100, and I was like at 73 cents for several months, and I couldn't get above that. So definitely, if he's seeing that he's making more through Google AdSense, then maybe just recommend that he keeps it. I don't know, but chances are he'd probably want to just take the Google AdSense off and benefit from the services through AHP Profits to get the conversions through his offer. The next question is, have you ever thought about adding an additional lesser amount ad pack purchase option to create a lower barrier to entry? The main thing that I really want to stress here with AHP Profits is, yes, it is an income opportunity, but it's also an advertising service, and offering a lower package wouldn't really benefit the opportunity as a whole, and it would actually kind of insult the quality of the services that we're offering. I mean, especially the advertisers who are involved in traffic exchanges, and they're comparing the results that they're getting on AHP Profits. They are getting better results most times, I mean, versus most exchanges, and I'm not trying to say that to say that we're better or worse, but I'm just saying price-wise, if you're seeing that from just a cost point, maybe if somebody says they don't have money, then say maybe an online business isn't for you, because unfortunately advertising does cost money, and if you're going to be spending money elsewhere, you're going to be spending more than through AHP Profits to get the same kind of results. I don't know if you remember those old what is it, Total commercials where they said, 10 bowls of this other cereal is going to equal 1 bowl of Total. I think that's kind of what it is with AHP Profits. Even though people are spending $45 on advertising where they might only spend 10 elsewhere, it might take more than 4 or 5 campaigns somewhere else equal the same kind of results that people are getting on AHP Profits. So I mean, that's just something to kind of keep in mind. The next question is, what if you don't want to do marketing and you have your own quite a 120 shares? What would you suggest? I would just suggest to be patient. I mean, if you're only using AHP Profits as a revenue share and you have no other thing that you're using the service for, just be patient, because the website itself does say that we're not a hype, we're not an investment opportunity. So if you're using it as an investment opportunity, sorry that you're using it that way, but just be patient, keep clicking the 10 ads every day. Maybe you'll find something that appeals to you. And if you find something that appeals to you through the share or through surfing your ads, then definitely join it and get involved with it and use AHP Profit services to promote. And you might actually see that it's going to help leverage your income online and help you make more than what you would just by sitting and waiting for everything to catch up for you. The next question is, so are you going to continue to focus on opportunity seekers and not other products and services? That's right. I mean, that's really the main focus with AHP Profits. I mean, just to kind of tell a story when I just first started online. Um, I got involved in an affiliate offer, and that affiliate offer was for magic. I love magic tricks, and I thought, you know what? I could probably advertise on a safe list, the traffic exchange, get lots of traffic through my affiliate offer. I'm going to get lots of sales because everyone wants to learn magic, right? Well, no, I wasn't getting any sales, none. But when I went to a magic forum, then I was making sales from my affiliate offer. So it really comes down to targeting. So if somebody's trying to do something other than income opportunities on an income opportunity site, it's just been my experience, it's not going to be of great success for you, and I wouldn't want to suggest you do otherwise. But if you do want to test it out for something else, be my guest. Maybe you can prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong, and then I could tell your story as one of our examples. But just out of just my own guess, my own experience, you're probably not going to experience the kind of results that you're looking for with the pay-per-click advertising, promoting something else other than an income opportunity. And that's just, I wouldn't want to sell something unless it was actually going to work for you. One more question, then I'll turn it over again to Ernie to close us out. Last question is, can you still buy one ad or 1 week ads for 12 and 55 respectively? Barbara, we've done away with the day, week, month advertising because of the high amount of traffic that we're getting to our website. And the main reason for that is, for example, Google advertising. Imagine if they had 1 day or 1 week or 1 month on Google. We're talking about billions of dollars to display an ad in front of so many people that come to the website. So instead of raising the pricing on advertising to match the kind of traffic that we're having come through our site, I felt it would be more cost effective to our advertisers to actually do what Google does, is to do the pay-per-click advertising and have it be more geared only for the clicks that you'd be getting on your advertising. All right. Well, definitely thank you very much, everyone, for taking time out of your evening, out of your morning, out of the middle of your night, and being a part of AHP Profits. I'm going to turn the time back over to Ernie to
Thank
close
you
us
very
out.
much, Charles. That was very informative, as always. And again, very thankful for that. I just wanted to say a couple things. I'm not going to do any hype. I don't believe in hype. We don't need hype. AHP Profits has proven itself. But I do want to give a testimonial. I'm just a member like everybody else here. And I did advertise AHP Profits on AHP Profits. I used a static banner for a 24-hour period, which is the 728 banner up top. I did it by my mistake. I did it on 4th of July and a holiday. In 24 hours, I ended up with 53 referrals advertising AHP Profits on AHP Profits. And I know a lot of people say, well, why do you do that? Because it doesn't make sense. And I'll have to agree with that with the 10 ads that the members click on, because the 10 ads that we all click on, we're all members clicking on those. But look at it this way. We have 35,000 members, but every single day we have over 250,000 unique visitors looking at the website. That means over 250,000 different people looking at our website every day, and there's only 35,000 members. So it's obvious thousands of people that are not members are looking at AHP Profits. If you have nothing but AHP Profits, that's okay. Me too. That's why I advertise AHP Profits. Pay per click, you can advertise AHP Profits, and you're talking thousands of people are going to see that are not members. That's just my testimony with that. And just to go a little bit further with the pay-per-click versus the daily, advertising for a day, okay, that's great if you wanted to advertise for a day. Just say you advertised on a Sunday or a Monday, and it goes for 24 hours, you paid for it, and you got 5 clicks, 10 clicks, and you already paid $55 or $12, whatever you decided to get, even $12. All right, now you do pay-per-click, and you pay the same $12. Well, $12 gets you, if you do it, the whole entire world is 25 cents a click. So that means 12 times 4 is going to give you, 48 clicks. Now, keep in mind, you only got 10 clicks in that 24-hour period. Now you just paid the same price for 44 clicks. Yours is going to show up, your ad will show up until you get those 44 clicks. So do you want more clicks to your website? Maybe take 5 days? Or would you rather pay for 1 day the same price and only get 10 clicks? That's the difference. It's more cost effective than just advertising for a day, because you pay for the clicks, you get them. It runs till you get them. Okay? So it's really great to have pay-per-click. Other thing is, as far as anybody that is experienced online and have been in many other programs like myself, the biggest and sole complaint I've ever seen with every program I've ever been is I'm not being paid. Not about being slow, but not being paid to my processor. Okay? As far as I put in a withdrawal, it's pending. 3 days later, my withdrawal is still pending. And I know the most of you here can relate to what I'm saying, okay? A week, my withdrawal is still pending. The next day, oh my gosh, the site's gone. Everybody in ad hit profits is being paid. Everybody. Now, if there's some sort of error that, of course, Charles fixed right away, as far as, ID, especially Easy Bar, it's a little confusing what you're supposed to put in the back office. Everybody, 100%, every single person is being paid. That's huge. You can't say that about a lot of the programs. There is no limit of how much you can take out instantly. You don't have a $100 limit that you can take out and get it instantly. You can take out whatever you have available instantly to pay as an STP. It's a phenomenal, long-lasting, long-term business. A lot of us are used to short-term things. This is long-term, everybody. It's not going anywhere. Charles is awesome. That's the difference. Yes, he always commends all of us, and that's very cool, that he commends all the members. And he's right. Team effort. There's nothing like team effort. A team is going to beat a solo person every time. I mean, put a basketball team out there. One person playing against five. It's just not going to happen. We know it. The five is going to win. Okay? But there's other programs out there. This is nothing new that hasn't been done before. The difference is the owner. We've got a real person for an owner. We got somebody, we know who he is. We know where he lives, for goodness sake. Yes, this company is registered. Charles is real. He's not greedy. That is the biggest difference between all these other programs making it or not. Okay? These other programs start making a lot of money. Owner starts spending it. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I need to pay my members and I don't have any money left. Bye-bye. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but it's true. That's why I have so much faith in ad hit profits, is solely because of the owner. I've never seen anything like this before, and I'm super happy to be involved. I hope all you are. For the new people that are here, get together with the people that brought you here and join under them, please. That's why they brought you here. We're not going anywhere. When you wake up tomorrow morning, ad hit profits will be here. When you wake up Sunday morning for your coffee, ad hit profits will be here. Don't worry about it. Charles is not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. And I hope every single person that's on this webinar feels the same way I do. If not, I hope you will once you see a month from now what we're talking about. And again, the 250,000 people that come here every day, that's just unique visitors. We have over 5 million views a day. Of course, one person might have viewed ad hit profits 20 times, whatever the case may be. That's over 5 million views a day. The other thing, I hope I'm the first one to prove Charles wrong. He's probably got to kill me with this one. But I am going to start advertising. I'm just waiting for Dr. Zinks to finish my capture page for a program that I do out of my call center that has nothing to do with online making money. It's something completely different. And I want to be able to prove Charles wrong that other things can be advertised on AHP Profits other than just money making opportunities. Because that's what I'm looking for. I want to see everybody advertising other things on his site. That is where we can really go ballistic with AHP Profits. So everybody, thank you very much for being here. Again, Charles does every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, his 30-minute webinar opportunity. And then every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have this webinar too. Thanks for your patience. Thank you for being here. And Charles, thank you for coming here as usual.